Okay, so I have Arch paper, 100% cotton cold pressed paper. It's a 4 by 6 inch, and I just taped it down with some holbein tape around the edges. I just put it on cardboard so I can just move it around if I'd like to. I'm probably just going to tilt it underneath some tape right here. So I'll go over my paints as I use them. I'm just going to just activate them, spraying with the spray bottle here. For the beach scene, we're just going to draw a line here for the horizon of the ocean. And then the ocean itself could be small here, and then we have the beach in front, like so. A little strip, or it can be kind of wiggly, right? So just like basically like an inch across here. So for the skies, I like to do wet on wet. I'm going to activate some cobalt and cerulean blue. Yeah, I'll do wet on wet for the sky. I'm going to get the colors kind of loosened up. I'm using a Princeton 12 Aqua Elite Series brush. This is cobalt blue paint. And I have some cerulean blue paint. I like them both. Maybe I'll mix the two so I get like a fun color happening here. And the consistency is pretty loose. It's like coffee. I might loosen up a little bit of bright rose too. Okay, so we're going to get this little tiny area wet. Not super wet, but you know, I've got water on my brush, so I'm going to get this wet and damp. Like so. And then I'm going to start to put in some of the clouds, right? This is the cobalt and cerulean blue, and I'll start to put it here, and I'll bring it down and leave some space for the white. You need space for the white clouds to happen. Blue. Just tapping a little bit here, getting a little bit darker up top, and just a little bit in here and down here, kind of over here. Let it do its thing. See, it's kind of going downward. Leave a little white, and then I'm going to kind of clean up my brush and just dilute this a little bit more. Have it come down a little bit down this way, like so. And I might throw in a little bit of pink in these clouds. So I've got some bright rose, maybe add a little bit of cadmium red light, just change the color up a little bit. And just kind of put some of that right up in here, get a little pinky tone in the white. Why not? Let's have a little fun with this. Put some pink in there. It's kind of playing. And I think I'm going to grab a paper towel, scrunch it up, and just kind of go like this. It's like a little light white area coming in there. And then finish off the rest. Okay, so to have an ocean that's kind of sparkly, right? We're going to do that in a second, but you want to really have a dry brush. I'm going to get rid of my blue paint now. I'm going to work on the beach part. Because while this is drying, I'm going to do my beach. I grab a little bit of burnt sienna. I'm diluting this. The consistency would be a little bit like coffee or tea, more tea. I'm also going to get some burnt umber ready on the side. All right, so just a light wash of this. You don't have to paint the whole entire area. You see, leave a little white there. And I'm going to grab some burnt umber. Throw a little bit of that in there too. So it's very light, right? Like light like the beach would be. It's a small little card, so you don't need a lot going on here, right? If I grab a little thick burnt umber with some Paynes gray, gets a dark brown. And I want just a little specks of this. I just kind of roll my brush. It's still damp, so I'm just kind of rolling this part of the brush onto the paper, getting a little bit of that texture kind of happening. I'll play with that again later with a toothbrush. So at this point, this part might be a little bit dry. It might not be. We're going to do our ocean, right? I do want these two to dry before I start to go play with this, because it is going to be a dry brush. So maybe you won't necessarily need to worry about making sure it's dry. But look, I had a little cauliflower bloom kind of situation happening, but it kind of worked in my favor for the clouds. I like it. So dry brush, it's like thicker paint, right? Not as loose and watery as we did here. So I'm going to grab some ultramarine blue deep. right out of the gate here, kind of really thick, right? Depending what color ocean you want, maybe I'll add a little bit of Paynes gray, so it's deeper, darker color, like a navy, right? Get rid of this brown. And I could use some Prussian blue. I loosen this up and I add some Paynes gray, darken that color up. It's another fun color to mix in there. I'm gonna play around with it. I might more keep it. I might want to keep it really bright with the ultramarine blue deep. So I'm going back and adding some more. Now this is pretty thick. It's a little wet because I had some. My brush was wet. So I'm gonna go back in here. Okay. So this brush is too wet. We need a brush that's not as wet. You can use a flat brush. And you kind of want to just, this paper, this is cold press. It has these little, little divots on the paper, so it lends itself to becoming textural. So we want to kind of, just kind of glide, pick up the paint, like a dry brush, like a flat brush. And you want to kind of glide across. See? And you get that little sparkle, the white. You're not really touching the paper. You're barely touching the paper. And then you can start to add a little bit more. So showing that little sparkle of the ocean. But you can see that there's blue there. And then you can dip your brush into the water and grab the paint. And start to grab this and start to go bleed it into the side. See, now this is wet. We don't want to hit all the way to this because we want to leave some white for the, the break of the ocean. And we want to gear it towards mostly the middle. So I'm going to switch brushes now, back to my 12. I'm going to grab some more of this paint, dilute it a little bit more, and you see, see now you can see the sparkle as I'm diluting the rest of the paint. And kind of putting it on there. You can kind of go in a little bit too here, just kind of bring it in a little bit and then go back out. And remember, keeping that white edge, going right to my line, keeping that really tight. This is pretty wet now. You can start to play with the thick, dark Prussian blue, maybe mix into this too. Again, this thicker paint. A little bit of this while it's wet and damp. Move some of that color in there a little bit. And drag a couple of lines across the ocean. Not everywhere. Just a few. If you got that sparkly ocean, I might not like that line or two going across. If I didn't like it, I could kind of just clean up my brush and just lift a little of that one little section. I will just lift it up and take a paper towel and just grab that color off. That one little line was bugging me. So there you go. Like, we're going to let that dry and we'll come back to that. So our beach is drying. I'm going to grab some more burnt sienna and some burnt umber mixed in here with a little bit of Paynes gray. It's a little bit darker brown. Or you can make some gray with ultramarine blue deep and burnt sienna. Maybe more on the blue side. Right, mix here. And then I'm going to take a little toothbrush that I have. I'm going to cover my top area here. Pick it up and you kind of just splatter that for the texture of the beach. So you have a lovely little texture on your beach. You can also take a dry brush. I'm going to grab a Princeton 8 long round series and kind of go across like this. Drag your brush across some of these areas. Remember, we have that textured paper for a reason, right? I'm going to dip my brush into some water, get that beautiful burnt sienna color, again, loose, and then kind of go in here and add some more of that color on the beach. Now here you can have fun. You can have little footsteps going on the beach. I'm adding some people in there. If I was going to add people, I do it a couple ways. You might need some gouache for this. I'm going to pick up some gouache. I'm loosening up my gouache here. I know it's got many colors in there, but this is the gouache, and you grab some cadmium red light, mix it in. And you can do a little person here. Maybe make a little bit darker color here. Skin. I'm just going to make a little stick figure, kind of just a line going down, some legs and the hand, and then I'll add I'll add their shorts or something, another little rectangular line and some legs and some arms. I'm going to get real small. You see that? Real small. Real small. And with, you know, you can add another one like way out here, person way out here. Again, with the same stuff that I was doing, just kind of like back here. Or I wouldn't make them dark because they're going to be still light. Then I grab some Paynes gray and that Prussian blue, and they could have a little pair of shorts on just by tapping this blue color right there. See, just on their body. And same thing here. The thick blue paint could just be shorts right on top of this color. And they could be wearing a hat. This person can actually be wearing a different color shorts. Maybe get some red or brown. Actually, orange would be nice. So it's a great nautical kind of color. Grab an orange color. You can mix up some cadmium red light with yellow, or just put the cadmium red light here. It's nice. Orange trunks. Right? And we could add a little shading on their body. Can add a little hair, grab some brown or whatever on their hair, here on their head. Same thing with this little person back there. They're very tiny, right? And I grab my bluish color, mix into the skin color a little bit, and just put a little of that color on that left side, right on top of their legs and stuff. Right? You can barely see them. And then we're going to just add the shadow to finish her off. So ultramarine blue deep and burnt sienna. And we'll have them kind of like this, the shadow. And their legs and their body going this way. You know, same thing here. This person. And look at that. Cute little beach. You could do little footprints too. Take this and do like little. You're gonna have two footprints walking on the beach. A couple little lines back here, and you've got people on the beach. Now I'll go back with my darker blue and add. I'll loosen this up. I'll add some few lines back here. Not too much. You could put a sailboat or two or three, whatever. Kind of going back here, and maybe the sailboat. You know, it would be a little darker, silhouetted, way back there, because the sun's behind it or something. And there's your sailboat, and maybe a couple of little birds. So that can be gray, ultramarine blue deep, and burnt sienna. I just make little V's, kind of bending. I always like doing 3s or 5s. Oops, so you can see the whole thing. And there you go. This is your postcards from the beach. Just little dots for their heads. Oops. That's how you do a sparkly beach scene. Isn't that cute? If you want to make the sailboat not like the dark silhouette color, you could go back in and just grab some white gouache and make a sail color, or just a color. It could be red, it could be whatever color, and go back in and put the white in here. Depends on how you want it to look. But you have the rest of the thing all in the dark silhouette. So isn't that cool to paint that somewhat sunsetty? It's basically daytime with reflections, the sun through the clouds, you get in the beach. If you're a Patreon member, you get the sunset with the people walking their dog on the beach. Click the link in the description box below to get this special postcard and the steps you have to go through to paint this. It's really great. It's really simple once you get it, and I'll show it to you. It's always, if you don't get it online, you're not understanding it, always great to come to one of my workshops or watercolor retreats, and I have those linked in below, the availability ones that I have. So if you have the means, please come in person, because that's where it really will click for you, and I can really show you what's missing that you're not understanding, that you're not getting. So thank you guys for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed these little postcards. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.